Okay, I got something awesome. Honestly, I've never opened it, and I've been wanting to open it ever since I saw it and got back into Pokemon, but it was just so overpriced for, at the time, for me. Way too expensive for these packs. Shining Legends. This is from, I want to say, 4 or 5 years ago now. This was a really cool set. The Mewtwo is honestly the big card that I want from this when we open it right now. So let's get into it. So over the years, I have bought and sold a few of these boxes. Never opened any, and honestly, just with the price of it, it wasn't worth it. But since we're here, let's get into those cards in packs that might have been or are kind of out of people's price point of what they want to spend on stuff, and let's see if it's worth it. So we have the Shining Legends ETB. Again, you got your player's guide. It's a very small set. Like, there's only 78 cards in the set. So, and that's kind of what makes it just a super limited. So it's the same as Hidden Fates. Crown Zenith is another one. The Paldean Fates, which are going to be released in January. These are super limited, and not a lot was made of these. So let's dive into it. So we got a promo, Shining Ho-Oh. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Honestly, these are wicked. Oh, so excited. And that's nothing else crazy. Everyone knows what's in an ATB, so I don't really want to dive into that. Let's get into these cards. I mean, back in 2017, there was definitely a lot going on, and Pokemon wasn't as... It's still big. It's still big. Don't get me wrong. It's still big, but to the craziness that it is now, it is not the same. Bulbasaur, Torkoal, Breloom, Marshadow. I mean, honestly, I love completing sets, so who knows? I might get at least most of them. Hopefully, there's a Mewtwo or 2 in these sets. So, Torkoal, Ivysaur, Litten, Zorua, Quillfish, Pokemon Breeder, Keldeo. This is definitely another one of those sets that's maybe a little bit higher priced than what it should be. Not a ton of cards, and I get it. 1, 2, 3. So we got Lightbird, Double Colors, Pokemon Catcher, Ivysaur, Quillfish, Roomish, Litten, Larfesta, Switch, Shaman. Really hoping that there is this bad boy in here in at least one of them. I mean, I was lucky enough to find this from one of my buddies who was collecting Pokemon too, and we both kind of ventured into this. So he was doing a lot of stuff as well. More on the side of... more on the side of streaming. He was doing a lot of that. This is definitely a fun, expensive pack to open. Oh, let me do that. 3. I guess 4, because you can do the energy card on the front. So, Dana, Arnavine, Purloin, Zorua, Golnet, Larfesta, Scraggy, Hollow Energy, and a GX. The problem is, on these sets, and a lot of the stuff from Sun and Moon, X, Y, the pull rates are just horrendous. Horrendous. So, but that's what made these sets so expensive, because and the individual cards so expensive is because of the fact that it was hard to get a lot of the big hits. So these PSA 10 or any graded company 10, oh, there you go, for Shining, add to making and completing the set. But yeah, no, these and Generation I would put in the same type of category. A lot of money for not a lot of cards. I mean, to me, one of the more expensive packs would definitely be Flashfire. If you're able to afford it, I mean, that Charizard in a PSA 10 is going crazy. Even the Mewtwo in this set, I mean, if you can, come on, let's go. If you can find it at a decent price and grade it a PSA 10, these things are on the rise again from the last time I checked. All these sets will go through cycles. All of them will go through cycles. So it's more of just a time to get there. This set's from 2017. So, Palkia. Set is from 2017. Again, it's not on the super vintage yet, but because just a lot of these sets and a lot of like the premium stuff that they made back then was just super limited, which just made it so much, the value just carries over. So, I mean, again, I'm hoping Pokemon carries over a lot of that stuff into a lot of the newer ones, the newer sets. The UPCs, they've been printing them like crazy. So I'm hoping they price them low enough that, you know, down the road, well, they price them low enough now so that down the road a lot of them are just opened, right? So whoever has a sealed set, the Charizard UPCs probably won't ever get back to that point, but the 151, that would be nice. The Celebration UPC, again, an overpriced set just based upon the Celebration set. Again, come on now. So, alright, let's dive into this box, this extreme mega. Look at this. Boop. This thing is overly massive for what it is. So, this box has seen better days. Better days. So you can see the little dent there. This thing is so cool. I can't imagine. I mean, with this box being worth, I want to say it's like 700, around 600 or 700 Canadian. I can't imagine when these are priced at like $100, $150, that kids are just pounding these open, not knowing any better. And here we are now, kind of looking at what is a super expensive box. Yeah, this thing's crazy. It's so cool. Just a little blast from not that far in the past, but enough that it's like, yeah, this is very interesting. All right, so we got our playmat. Nothing crazy. The making of Shining Legends. Interesting. I'll look at that later. And then you have what I believe is your deck boxes. Very overkill. These things a lot bigger than the ETBs. I wouldn't say a lot, but it's enough. So it definitely gives you a lot more holding ability for in regards to the Pokemon stuff. You got your 3 in there: Genesect, Zoroark, and Arceus. Something's pretty cool though. Then you have your little figurine, your tons of packs. Here. Okay. Have your dividers again for each one. You have your 10 packs again. And then you have your promos. Again, but because this thing was not overly printed, a lot of it ended up being worth quite a bit, as long as it's clean. The problem that stuck with the quality back then on the English was a lot of stuff was never cut right, nor was it well centered. So PSA 10s in these, as you can see on the back here and on the back there, these are not well centered. They're clean, but they're not well centered. That's the biggest issue between the Japanese and the English cards. Japanese, honestly, you can send it in. It's pretty much a guaranteed PSA 10, but it still carries over on value because the print rate is like so much in the difference that it ends up being like the same anyways when it comes to price point between these two. It's just there's going to be more PSA 10s when it comes to the Japanese stuff just because of the quality. So the print quality, the cut quality, everything that's going to be on the edges, the well-centered on each card. So these ones are going to carry just a lot more with regards to how many. So the English set is just going to carry a lot more with regards to how much is printed. And then the Japanese set will just carry a lot less, usually, but will just be super hard to pull. Super, super hard to pull. And that ends up being kind of the biggest issue. Well, not issue, but when it comes to the value of these, it's gonna be worth a lot. Just because of how low they're printed. Alright, let's just get into this. Liepard, oh, Volcarino, Bulbasaur, Plusle, Zorua, Quillfish, Minun, Feraligatr, and one of the Mewtwo's. Let's go. Okay, okay. Maybe there's gonna be some luck in this one. A Mew or a Mewtwo out of this would just, yeah, I would just be so happy. This is definitely like exciting to open this. Voltorb, Croconaw, Scraggy, Torracat, Sophrocus, Yveltal. I don't know how to say the supporter, so don't come at me for mispronouncing it. Honestly, I have seen that in Burning Shadows so much, and I have yet to properly pronunciate it. Alright, let's get into this one. Pack number 3 out of this. Carnivine, Switch, Minun, Stunfisk, Breloom, Ekans, Golett. Oop, another Hollow Energy. Reshiram. Okay. It started off well. Again, we're only 4 packs in. This is honestly the most I'm probably ever going to open up Shining Legends in one sitting. And the only reason is because of the fact my buddy had it. Otherwise, I would not. Honestly, I don't think I'd ever open up this. Floatzel, Carnivine, Pikachu, Torkoal, Totodile, Buizel, Plusle, Electrode, another Zoroark. Really? With the number of GX in this thing, I gotta pull 2 of the same ones? With a lot of people I've spoken to about this set, honestly, the Mewtwo is definitely the go-to card that everybody wants in a PSA 10, very specific. So that would just be like over the moon. Come on, really? 2 Mewtwo GX, 2 Zoroark GX? What? Come on. Let me just savor this. You know what? I'm opening up like a stupid amount worth of Pokemon cards that people don't normally open up. So you know what? Let's just appreciate what comes out of this. Incineroar, Purloin, Litten, Totodile, Stunfisk, Ivysaur, Jinx, and Hoopa. Why is there so many doubles of those specific ones? Come on, Ho-Ho. Give me something good, buddy. Golurk, Pokemon Catcher, Incineroar, Purloin, Zorua, Golett, Larvesta, Scraggy, Ekans, and Entei. Okay, it's better. Three more packs. 3 more packs. And then we call it a day on Shining Legends. 4 from the back, let's go. Scrafty, Grave Ball, Pokemon Catcher, Quillfish, Shroomish, Scraggy, Jinx, Minun, Shroomish, Shaman. How many Shamans have I got? I swear it's been like 3 of them. How many multiples of the same cards? It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go. Second last pack. Scrafty, Howl, Plusle, Zorua, Quillfish, Shroomish, Jinx, Golett, and Zekrom. Okay. Give me some good. Come on. Shining Rayquaza. A Mewtwo of some sort would be nice. Would be extremely nice. No guarantees. That is the problem. Oh well. Let's go. Spiritomb. Double Colors Energy. Sophocles. Sophocles. Croconaw. Scraggy. Buizel. Golett. Voltorb. Zekrom. And Yveltal. Alright. Honestly, this is a cool set. If something came out of this, it would have made this opening way better. But is it worth it? I'm gonna say no. Because even if I pulled the Mewtwo, it's still not worth paying $600 for 10 packs of this. Same as the Shiny Legend ETB. Is it worth the $400 to $500 that you're gonna pay? And those are Canadian prices for one of these boxes. Honestly, probably not. You're better off just holding it. It's the same thing with any of the XY stuff, Phantom Force, Flash Fire. You're almost better off selling the box or selling the ETB. Buy the card. If you really, really, really want that card, buy the card. Because opening this thing, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. And unless you just want to open it just for the heck of it and you want to complete a set, for me, I love to complete the sets. And it's one of those things. I opened up, I don't even know how many Burning Shadows pack, and I was able to pull a Charizard. I opened up 80 pack, and my buddy who sold me those packs were like, how'd you, like, what? He's like, I opened up when those Burning Shadows ETBs were available. I think he opened up at least 100 of those ETBs, which ends up being, I think, what is that, 800 packs? 800 packs. Never got one Charizard. So, it's a gamble. It is a gamble. Don't kill your money on this. If you want something specific, for the most part, again, other than going to the vintage, going to your Wizards of the Coast, the EX stuff, those cards are going to be, you're almost better off just opening the packs, because you're never going to find one of them. Some of them anyways. This set for Shiny Legends, buy the sets. Just buy the set. Don't dive into this. It very much was not worth it. But the content is made for you guys, the people. If you like what we're doing, subscribe. If you like the content that we're putting out, comment, like the video. We will be putting out more and more every week, and it'll be a variety of stuff. Again, we open up everything. That is why specifically it is Card Daddy. I'm the dad opening up cards. If there's something you guys like and there's something you guys want to open that is like, oh, that's really cool, maybe we should open this, shoot me a comment, shoot me a message. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. You might see some of these on the eBay store. Honestly, I want to make the set, so whatever extras left over, if there's anything cool, it'll be posted up there. And we'll see you next time.